So I'm somewhere between Canterbury and Dover in the southeast of England this morning, in a lovely wintry woodland of almost all the trees here actually are sweet chestnut. It looks like an old sweet chestnut coppice, which is great. I love sweet chestnut. It's really good for coppicing because if you chop it, it'll grow back quite vigorously, quite fast. And actually, it's a wood that I often use to make pot hangers because I can chop a bit off. I know that it'll grow back really fast, and it's not a very good firewood, and so it doesn't burn. So, really good for stuff like that. Today is my last day of work before the Christmas holidays, which I'm feeling really, really good about because it's been such a busy patch. And yeah, kind of too busy actually. Like, haven't quite got the balance right. So, looking forward to my Christmas holidays, which are going to start at the end of today. Right, one thing I'm doing just before I get to work real quick is my paracord I use for my ridgeline is starting to get pretty worse for wear. So I'm just going to repair it. I probably should just get some new, or cut myself a new length really, but yeah, basically what I do is I just cut off the bad bits and then just seal the ends with a lighter. And then it's probably like way better knots I could use for this, but I just use a simple reef knot because it's not load bearing or anything like that. It's plenty strong enough just to keep the rope together. Yeah, that bit's looking pretty good now. I think just one of my worst nightmares is just on a windy night, my ridgeline snapping or something like that, and having to try and repair that when it's kind of too late is not what you want to be doing really. Right, first bit done. Right, here's the first bit. Shit. Oh dear. Oh dear, that is not good. I've just really badly cut my finger. Really, really badly cut my finger. Oh shit. Blip. Oh dear. That is not good. That is really not good. Always when you're just not paying attention, that is really, really bad. That is really bad. I think I need to go to hospital. Oh dear. Not good. Really, really badly cut my finger. That is why you don't keep your penknife open. Just sharpened it as well. Oh dear. I just can't believe I did that. I just can't believe it. It's really deep, so I'm a bit worried. That was really foolish. That was really foolish. Alright. Oh man, that was crazy. I think what happened was I was slightly sat on my penknife and I just forgot that I left it open, and I like went behind me to grab it, and then I don't know what happened, but basically I tried to grab the blade with my finger, just sliced my finger open, and so I just wrapped it really, really tightly with some baby wipes, which might not be the best thing, and then just kind of put some duct tape around it. I feel like I need to go to A&E because it looked really quite seriously deep. Oh, silly, so silly. It's just so classic, isn't it? When you're doing the most, literally repairing my paracord. It's at that stage right now. Like, it was so quick and it was so sharp that it was like no pain. It was really weird. Now I can just feel it throbbing. Oh dear. I feel like I'm having less adventures recently and more misadventures. Losing my keys and cutting my finger. Right, here I am in Canterbury. On my way to the hospital. Get this finger sorted out. All right. They've stitched up my finger. I just can't believe that happened. Absolutely can't believe that happened. Basically, they tried in the hospital, they tried a few things and they just couldn't get the bleeding to stop. And so they've given me this like special dressing, can't remember what it's called, but normally they do this and then you have to go back in again and like get it redressed. But because I'm catching a ferry, which I don't think I've mentioned yet, they basically just give me this. And so tomorrow night, I'm gonna have to take all this off and then redress it myself, which I think it should be fine. It sounded quite straightforward actually. I just can't believe I did that. My knife. I've just sharpened it as well, like, so it was a super sharp knife, and I have to watch the footage again because I have no idea what happened, but it was that's like the deepest cut I've ever had on my finger, for sure. That was crazy. And actually the nurses were actually really quite impressed by my baby wipes and duct tape dressing that I made, because it did actually kind of serve its purpose, which was really, really good. Oh dear. But that just shows you can't fool around with knives. But I do feel like I'd like to finish the job I started, so I should probably clean this blade as well. Wow, that was a shock. That was a real shock. And the issue is that today I'm actually taking a ferry from Dover, which is just down the road, over to Dunkirk, and I'm driving to Switzerland. And I'm taking a couple of days to do it just because I kind of thought it'd be fun. Travel across Europe and wild camp on my way. It's gonna be great. So what I didn't need was to cut my finger open. Unbelievable. Well, that was not how I expected my day to start. I have to be extra careful with everything because my main finger, my most useful finger, is now down. But I will repair my rope, finish the job. Great. It's done now. Right, so time to go to Dover. Welcome to the White Cliffs of Dover. So I'm in Dover now, and I just saw a sign to the White Cliffs. I was like, oh, I gotta go see the White Cliffs. You can just about see the whiteness of the cliffs over there. It's really windy and quite, like, it was raining a second ago, but it's not too bad right now. Whoa. Down there, that's where I'm going to catch my ferry from. It's exciting times, pretty windy, pretty rainy. Got a glove on to protect my finger. I think it's like 11 o'clock now and I still haven't had breakfast, so I'm at that tipping point where, you know, if I don't eat soon, I'm going to get really grumpy. So I need to go do that right now. All right, gotta go catch my ferry now. Hoi! Wet. Oh man, do you know what? Working was actually really difficult because I use this finger for everything. Oh man, what a day. It was actually really scary. I think that was like the shock for me was like, I think I suddenly was just like, oh my goodness. I felt like a tiny fraction of what it might feel like to lose a finger or something like that, you know? I don't know. I think I look back at the footage and looking at it, it doesn't look as bad as it actually is. When I take this off tomorrow night, I'll show you. You know, it's the worst cut I've ever had on my finger and it was really deep. Kind of so deep that I was like, I wonder if I'll ever feel in my finger again. And I was quite relieved and surprised when they, you know, at the hospital they did like a test. And I did still have feeling in the end of my finger, so that's really, really good. Anyway, I didn't lose my finger and it's not actually that bad. It's kind of hurting now, which is a bit frustrating. Anyway, I need to go and catch my ferry now. Let's do it. All right, I think we are boarding now. Hi there.
Right, you're driving a car, keep your hands on the steering wheel, do not take photographs.
Sure.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. Let's go. Man, my finger is really hurting now. Every time I like bend it, I can really feel it. And every time I put my hand really low, I can feel all the blood pressure just like filling up, and it really, really hurts. So I think it's about like 6 o'clock at the moment, and so I'm gonna have some dinner here on the ferry, travel across to Dunkirk, and then drive into Belgium. My hope is that I'll be able to have breakfast tomorrow morning in Bruges. So that's the plan, but we shall see. And also my plan for the next few days is to film the journey and to edit and upload the videos on the days that they actually happen, to kind of like daily vlog this journey. That's my hope, but obviously it depends on if I can get, you know, Wi-Fi signal and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see. So yeah, I shall see you tomorrow.